The following program is for adult audiences only.
Time to open up some whoop ass.
Turn the volume up, they can hear from hell. Everyone's ready, so let's ring the bell. Ding, 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 let's start the clock. HBW, yeah, we're bumping chops.
Welcome back to HCW's Bumping Chops, where the chops hurt and the words mean nothing. I'm your host, Billy Simmons, owner of Heartland Championship Wrestling. Joining alongside of me is my good friend and the voice of Wichita, Bobby Casey.
The voice of Wichita. That's a new one. Yeah. Appreciate that one. Who told you to say that? Who made you that?
Beamed in my head.
Oh. But no, thanks again for joining us for another episode of Bumping Chops. Bumping Chops is proudly presented to you by the Chubby Buddy Studio. The Chubby Buddy Studio can be found on YouTube, so hit that like and subscribe button. Also, you can follow us on all social media platforms at Chubby Buddy Studio. So that's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and I think X. So make sure you're following us on there. We are also proudly presented to you by Mason Coley Creative. Mason Coley is the man behind the lens of HCW. He's also the man behind the lens of many other sports, such as football, basketball, senior pictures, and weddings. And I tell you what, the man is talented.
Very talented. Very, he can bring any action to life. He's that talented. So check him out, Mason Coley Creative. You won't be disappointed.
And he has an Instagram now, so make sure you're following him on there. He's slowly adding stuff on there. But speaking of Mason Coley, I think this is our last episode before we actually give away that giveaway that he's actually presented to us. So make sure you're listening up to the past two episodes that we have, and also following HCW Live 23 on socials, following Mason Coley Creative on Facebook and all other socials, and also following the Chubby Buddy Studio to be entered for a chance to win 2 VIP tickets brought to you by Mason Coley Creative.
VIP.
And that'll be for the November show, November 22nd. So
Nowhere to Run.
Yeah, Nowhere to Run. Got anything special you want to add for that one?
You know, there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff, but we know for sure that the man they call Jason Gore has come out of retirement and is going to face the Midwest Monster Blade in a Falls Count Anywheres match. So that thing could go outside. It could go, who knows where that thing goes. But Jason Gore said he was tired of Blade's bullying and said, we're going to give you a blast from the past. And so that match is going to be a huge, huge match. And I'm sure there's a lot more coming down the pipe.
Just make sure you're following all those people on social media for your chance to win 2 VIP experiences. Thanks, Mason Coley. Kevin George, all right?
That's it.
Mr. Kevin George. Also, he is Mason Coley's right-hand man when it comes to the promoting of his socials, and the dude promotes the hell out of HCW, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Kevin's a great dude. Always right there front row, always helping his guy out. I'm going to find some job for him at some point. He ain't going to just sit there forever.
Man, I might have to have him do some shorts and clips for us over here.
Bro, that would be dope.
Yeah. But no, again, that is, make sure you're following everybody on socials and also listening to the rules over on the Facebook page of Chubby Buddy Studio and HCW.
And to get the latest HCW information, follow us on all social media platforms at HCW Live 23 on all social media. That is HCW Live 23.
And on today's episode, we've got a lot to unpack here. Not only do we have to break down what happened at HCW's Wake the Dead, we are going to also have a little Smack Talk Showdown go down. But I think you have some news, don't you?
Wait a minute. I'm 0-2 on this damn game.
0-2. So you're like the Dolphins right now.
We were friends, Bobby.
The voice of the Dolphins.
I do have news. You know what news I got?
Let's hear it.
I, sir, am a grandfather.
I should have brought a binky.
Man, it was scary. But at the end of the day, I have a beautiful granddaughter, and I can't be more excited. plan to be in Denver a lot because that's where she's at. So, you know, if I'm not wrestling, you're probably gonna see me up in the mountain.
Oh,
Because
Mountain Man Grandpa.
that little girl is already out. My mind can't stop thinking about that little one.
And from what I hear, you haven't even gotten to hold her yet.
I have not gotten to hold her
man.
yet. So, but mom and dad have. And
That's
so
what matters
that's,
most.
to me, you know, I got to be in the room when mom got to hold her for the first time. And besides right at the beginning, you know, when
Billy Bob
she was
cry?
born.
Billy Bob
she
cry.
Fuck yeah.
He's a bit of a cry.
Yeah. Like, that's my kid, man. That's my baby. Just gave birth to a baby, and I'm a grandfather. And
Billy Bob cried.
He's
He's a little bit of a crier.
I'll cry every time.
Yeah. But no, that's awesome. I did want that to be one of the highlights for sure. But like I said, we were going to break down HCW's Wake the Dead, which entailed 8 total matches.
Ooh.
Rey Leon is still your HCW Heartland champion.
Man.
The question is still up in the air about what's next for the Empire, as we saw Dick Richards possibly pass the baton back over to Rey, but did Rey reject it? That's the question, I think. Aaron Helms exited the ring a few pounds lighter than when he entered.
It's true.
I mean, HCW also has a returning new Sunflower champion.
True.
What else do we have? Oh, Kansas was introduced to a man of Blades Past, like you had said before. Not many people know about him, other than if you watch Bumping Chops.
A man that was around when Blade first got into the business, so they fought up and down all over the state of Texas, and now he's back and looking to stop Blade's evil ways. But Blade's not alone. He's got the whole 7th seal, so I don't know what he's doing out there.
It's going to be a wild one, like I said, though. But let's not forget about the unforgettable legacy that came to an end that night. And Kansas and HCW fans all became well known of the Carter Takeover. Is that right?
You know, an undefeated streak, a legacy came to an end.
When you hear the word legacy, literally that should be one of the first things you pop into your brain is the Independence title undefeated champion.
Yeah, you know, there's not many that's had runs like that man had, and I don't know if there will be many that have it going forward, but he was a fighting champion. He needs to hold his head high and understand that all empires fall at some point. It's where the ability to rise back up that makes you a man. So get back on your feet, champ. You got this.
But we are going to break that down detail by detail, but we couldn't do that without a very special guest. And why don't you do, I don't think I know him well enough to even be able to say, hey, this guy, he might wear stripes. He might ring bells. He might go time to time in the ring. Why don't you kind of give him a breakdown of who our guest is today?
All right. Our guest today is a man that came to me to be a wrestler. And he was so good when I put the stripes on him. He's been doing it ever since. That doesn't mean his wrestling career is over, but as of right now, he is the man you see with the beautiful curly locks out there with the stripes on. He is referee Josee. What's up, brother?
What it do? And you had to shout out the locks too. Thank you.
Well, yeah, them are fucking the gorgeous things out there.
Oh yeah.
With your gorgeous, is that a little biased shirt you got on, sir?
Well, hey. When I'm in the ring is one thing. It's straight down the middle, right there. Okay. No skewing one way or the other. But you know, outside, maybe I have a couple friends in the wrestling business. You know, maybe I support the product. Maybe
do you get your hair tips from him too?
Ooh, is that why your hair is luscious? Because of gorgeous Gavin Bush?
No comment, but Gavin does hail from a hair salon better than yours. That's all I'm saying.
Interesting. I'm wearing a shirt also. This is an old school King Veil shirt. Before he got soft and joined the No Coast Yakuza, when he ran around causing hate and havoc and discontent.
That's got a lot of Blade vibes to it. Like,
bro, this shirt,
I think he was envious of somebody. I'm just saying.
This shirt is dope.
It is
That's
dope.
all I know. But Kingvale, 6 shirt.
But no, like I said, we are going to break all this down with Josee here, and we are also going to hit you with Smack Talk Showdown number 3. See if Billy can actually win one finally.
Yeah, I'm up against a ref. I'm gonna whoop this ref's ass.
Well, you did say he was a wrestler first, right?
He was. He is. Like, legitimately, I just need to give him opportunities in the ring, but he's such a good referee, it kind of hurts him a little bit.
But we're also going to hit you with some today in wrestling history. Why don't I do that now, so that way I don't interrupt anybody?
All right, let's do this.
I think that's what I get off a key when I don't do that. All right. So on November 10th, 1997, on an episode of Monday Night Nitro, Eddie Guerrero beat Rey Mysterio Jr. to win the WCW Cruiserweight Championship.
Ooh.
I don't remember that match. I would assume that they would have wrestled a lot.
Yeah, that was probably a fantastic match.
Yeah, it's that has nothing to do with it. There's no pictures. 1997, really. I mean, yeah, for us it was 28 years ago.
Yeah, but that's when the cruiserweights were just going crazy out there. So, I'm sure that match was so fast paced. Josee, you follow a little bit of the lucha style. You like that thing. Do you recall that match at all? Have you went back and watched? I know you're younger, but I firmly believe on going back and watching old school wrestling. So especially
WCW,
like Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, Chavo Guerrero.
Underrated wrestling.
Faux show. I haven't seen that particular one. Judging by the date, that's just after their Halloween Havoc match, which I've watched many, many times, and 2 months after I was born. So,
wow.
Take that how you will.
God, I'm old.
Yeah, I tried.
In 1997?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, okay, thank God. I was like, wow, wait, what? 2 months after you were born in what year? That's the question.
No, the very same.
I think you're not the oldest, but you're in the middle of age-wise for people we've had on here, besides maybe Drake, Bob Evans, our Tag 'em and Bag 'em fans. So, I mean, I think you're up there for who we've had on here.
Right, I'm in the middle of a Jekyll and a Maverick, if you will.
There you go.
Somewhere.
I think you're older than
Jekyll
Michael.
Maverick sandwich.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. I'm standing shoulder to shoulder, sitting that way in a very tight car. No, that did happen with Jekyll once, but anyway.
Why don't we break down Mr. Josee here? How did Josee fall into your lap?
So
Billy?
Josee, we'll throw some questions at you real quick. So how long you been in the business now? How did you find the Bear's Den? And what has your experience been? And then we'll get to one more after that.
Okay, word. So, I officially came around, and I always remember the nearest holiday. It was like early July 2023. That was when I officially hit you up again, Billy. I don't know if you remember, and it's really funny. It's similar to what Tommy was talking about on the last episode. I actually messaged you all the way back in 2016. I was freshly
You
18.
failed.
And I think sometimes about just how awkwardly I probably worded that, or like either that or just looking over it and over and over again, just like I'm gonna look so professional with this text to this guy, and I'm so in on wrestling. Anyway,
Did I respond to you?
you did. No, you did. I think we even talked on the phone once, if I remember right.
2016.
So we would have been running in Salina at that point. Okay.
Okay, but I don't remember everything I would have had like at the moment that I was just like, I'm not ready yet. But whatever it was, like 2023, I remember like I'd moved into a new place, and I had like a little structure going with like, I'll finish school soon, and I have quite a bit of free time, like at like certain chunks of the week. I was just like, the main thought I had with wrestling was I've been like so thoughtful and passionate about this for like a long time. And I never wanted it to be something that like that I just never tried, you know?
Right.
Yeah, if I'm like maybe got into it and it's like, oh, I don't like this as much, or I'm like, if I just sucked, that'd be great. That would mean I tried, you know?
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, it was that moment. I literally like in the message to you, I'm just like, hey, I'm ready. In to shorten it right now, basically. But you were talking about my experience since, and okay, what were the questions again?
So, now that you kind of come back around to that, so since you came to me, since you started training, how's your experiences been? Like, you know, have you enjoyed the journey? Is there things that you wish you had changed? Stuff like that.
No, it's been great. It's been great. Like, um, I do bring back like you've been very graceful mentioning, um, like you know opportunities getting into the ring on the wrestling side, and the thing is like that's a two-way streak because like I have not gotten to as many cars and been to as many like other shows for other promotions, as I probably could have. Whether sometimes I've just got something going on or like whether it's like school or something more important, something less important. But yeah, I don't know. I like the pace that I'm going at is what I'm trying to get at. I like
Okay.
yeah, no, it's been a great journey and it's been fun to explore and learn in the way that I have. That's a little guy. Anyway, um
Do
yeah,
you
no, I've
think?
met some kick-ass people. I've done some cool stuff. Um it's it's an honor. Everything is.
Do you think that if you would have started just wrestling from the get go instead of going down the referee kind of, I remember when I first asked you, hey, you ever thought about like trying to ref? And you're like, yeah, I could try, and you're really good at it. Well, and then you just get better and better, more reps. You know what I mean? So while I'm teaching you to wrestle, I have you refereeing shows. You know, and I've done that for years now with you. Do you think when it's time for you to put the referee stuff to the side and not throw it away, but put it to the side because you can always, being a ref and a wrestler can get you booked anywhere. Okay. But have you thought about when you put that to the side, is that experience as a referee going to help you in the wrestling ring and in the wrestling world?
100%. I don't know who all else I've probably met. I've probably met a couple people who are refs before, but I've got an individual in particular in mind who told me they learned a decent bit there, and that's what it is. And also like everything is networking. Like yeah, I don't know, just the good experiences I've had. You know, I'm gonna toot my own horn a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and mention some names. Like I've worked with Stormy. I've worked with Blade. I worked with Heidi Howitzer the first night I was reffing because I'm so lucky. Like yeah, no, if nothing else, I think my name is in people's heads.
For sure. For sure.
Well, here's one thing that I would mention is that you're probably one of the most unique guys in the back because you're so even keel. Like usually, I think wrestlers for sure need to be even keel because they have to be open for anything to happen. But I think that for a wrestler on the wrestler side of thing, I don't expect that out of you because I don't know. It's not that you're soft spoken. You just don't like let things get to you at all.
That's definitely a way that that's definitely something I aim for, and I think I present a lot more than I do. It's easy to get in my head every now and then about some stuff, but yeah, no, like I said, just about the journey. Like if I'm having fun, like I don't I can't really have a lot of problems with anything. Wrestling is such a cool art that I think like the range of everything that it can be, uh like I think just based on that thought in my head, I'm always open for whatever.
Hell yeah.
I think that's what's good about wrestling is that, like, I mean, yeah, you as the ref know certain things about the idea of wrestling, and then you have like real sports like like the competitive sports of basketball, football, and all that other stuff, to where you have no idea. What do you think the hardest thing is? Like, have you ever refed anything else before I ask this question?
No.
Like competitive sports. Okay, so what would you think would be the best thing that translates from wrestling to, say, basketball, football, or baseball?
Probably just urgency, reactiveness, kind of like being somewhere. You're talking about like refereeing, like in different.
Yeah, just like, what do you think that you learned as a wrestling referee versus what a referee would learn in basketball? What do you think that you could carry over? Say you ever wanted to pick up basketball. Is there something that you think you've learned in professional wrestling that would also, I guess, mirror something that could possibly make a basketball ref's job easier?
Yeah, I don't follow enough sports, but I really do think that just that awareness and that that quickness to what's going on in the moment, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I was fixing to tell him I don't think he watches a lot of sports.
Oh, I didn't know.
Hey, I knew you didn't.
I just assumed.
I did, but you were asking the question. I figured he would get there, but I'm over here going, I don't think Josee watches a lot of sports.
You could have just said panic button. But no, the reason why I asked that question is because I have to teach certain people like certain rules. And like, I know that you like, was it hard for you to know the rules to apply to the matches, or was it harder for you to know where to be, when to be there? Like, I guess that's a better question to ask. Like, what do you find to be the hardest part of being a wrestler that I would probably, I mean, you wouldn't know much about the basketball part of things.
I'm going with that second option you said there, and like the words are already escaping me, but yeah, the being there, not like
being in the right
rules?
place at the right time is probably what I was like, I guess, trying to word, but not.
Yeah, like for the most part, like I think there's little like inconsistencies or nuances with like rules as far as wrestling goes. The referee's discretion as it goes that comes into things sometimes, but
judgment calls.
Yeah, but spacing and sort of like being like a piece of like the machine turning.
Right. And that's huge in basketball because you get blindsided, because if you're watching too much of what's in front of you and not through the play, then that's where you get blinded.
So yeah, and that's definitely come to mind, like picturing like the whole ring like as I'm in it, because sometimes there is like, oh, I don't want to cover a camera. Sometimes there is also just like, oh, I know wrestling spots, so if I stand in this side over here, I'm probably not gonna get.
That's the worst, especially as an announcer. Like, where the hell do I stand when they're coming out here? I get it.
Yeah,
Placement's important. Placement's important on a lot of stuff, and referees had to learn. Like, a wrestler's quick to get to the back and gripe at the ref for doing some minute thing. You know what I mean? He might have made 4 mistakes, but that ref make one.
Were you ever a ref?
On his ass?
No. So how do you feel like about teaching that stuff? And I'm not trying to take away from him, but like, what would you say would be your flaw since you've never been a wrestling ref? Knowing what to expect as a wrestler?
No, like I can't go into his thought process and say, okay, I know I've been in big shows or stuff where I'm reffing 4 times a show, where a wrestler wrestles once, a referee's multiple.
Because I mean, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like the referee is the lifeline to a match, because if he's not on his game, then that could make or break the match.
Oh, 100%. A referee can make a 3-star match into a 4-star match. He can also make a 5-star match into a 3-star match.
Right.
Because,
and we've seen Josee here do the main event, several main events now. So, and that's
Josee. How many times have I told you, like, it's the wrestler's job to kick out? You count the 3. That's the biggest.
More so early on, and yeah, I think that's only like become like a thing that was like super close for me once. But yeah, I can only think of a singular mistake there. But yeah,
I couldn't imagine being on that hot seat though. Like, oh man, did I count 3 when I like should have tapped out? Like that shouldn't really be on your conscience. Is what I'm guessing, right?
But as a promoter and as a booker, like if the wrestler doesn't kick out, that's not the referee's fault.
Right.
And if the wrestler jumps the referee because, well, you should have pulled your count. No, because he would have got his ass jumped by me if he pulled his count. Kick out.
And you can't cover that up in a show.
Yeah,
like that's impossible.
Like if it's close, the referee will say it was a 2. But if it's blatantly obvious, he has to do his job.
Gotcha.
Plain and simple.
I've got no.
I'll adjust
critique.
from there.
I can't judge a wrestling ref because it's a total different like beast in itself.
It is.
I could tell you a little bit about sports. Like we all complain about referees in sports. Like I would say that's probably the number one most talked about like complaint as a sports fan is the referee.
Yeah, but think of how many our super fans tag them and bag them complaining about, the ref was blind there. Oh, the ref,
Isn't that the point of wrestling though?
But what I'm getting at is like the referees are the scapegoats to every sport.
Right.
And we love you, Josee. But in the end of the game, the referees are the scapegoats. Well, if that referee wouldn't have not seen him, that match would have all been way different.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And that's a great that's a situation I'll end up in a lot. That's all.
Is there anything that you would say that you enjoy more from the referee aspect versus wrestling? That you enjoy more.
There is a point when you are just being a fan, like you are just kind of watching it, because like I'm not gonna be shy to make some reactions too. I'm maybe not gonna be like too like big or hokey with it, but like when someone kicks out of something huge that I'm just like, whoa, you just kicked out of there? Like that was that close? Like I'm not. There's a point where I am just like enjoying the match, but like from within the ring,
Have you ever had a move where someone hit a move in a match and it took you half a second to like process the move and realize that you needed to do something?
I do have a particular moment where okay, this is a silly one. There was a lockup. One gentleman was pushing should I name names?
Hey, yeah, I don't mind. It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
sure.
Don't wrestle.
It was the first Hector de Oro Camaro Jackson match. Awesome match too.
Oh,
And
okay.
they're locking up and Hector's pushing Camaro to the corner, and Camaro's got like a foot back like to one of the pads, and I kind of thought like Camaro was pulling him back and about to hit like a crazy arm drag or something. No, Hector's just pushing him back, and he's just like getting cornered, and he just looked over and he's like and, yeah, that's when I was just like, oh, wait a minute.
He's on the ropes.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, he's got me against the ropes.
Anticipation is probably another good word to use for a wrestler, because especially when you know a wrestler does certain things in the ring, you're anticipating certain things to happen with whether it be their footwork, the rope running, certain bumps they take. Like that's probably
Listen,
hard.
the referee not only has to watch out where he's at, he has to watch out where the wrestlers are at also. So
who's the hardest wrestler to anticipate, do you think? That's a better question, I think.
Out of all the matches you've wrestled, who's the hardest
Refed.
to keep up with?
Refed or wrestled?
Nah, refed. Who's the hardest to keep up with?
So
just after the match, you were like, fuck.
I'm tired.
Somebody like, it's kind of funny. Somebody who's actually like very easy to work with just because of like how much thought he does put into a match and like how well it comes together is Austin Reddick. But he is a master of those close kickouts. I have been down there and just thought you're gonna do it, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
Well, I've got one more question for the ref side of things, and then I'll let you take the rest of it.
We'll do that next question, then maybe jump over it and let me whoop this. I mean, I've been beat twice. So maybe
you can't talk shit no more.
Shut up. I always talk shit.
But no, I guess to kind of segue into that, this is where I think you can give your flowers. What's one piece of it? This is a 2-part question. What's one piece of advice that you think you've learned from the most, and who is it from? As a ref, sorry.
No, I got you. Just one piece of advice that I've learned.
You can give it whatever you want. Just this is, I think, a good way for you to give some flowers where they're due.
I got you. Candace is a really great ref. We haven't seen her around in a minute, but she's told me specifically that the referee is like the narrator of the story in a match, and sometimes that is what I'll be going for with the facial expressions. As they're chain wrestling or going for like certain moves, or even like during strikes, I'll be sort of like thinking about like who's in like a shitty corner over there. It's not gonna like get the best view of this. I'm just like, okay, yeah, let me just like I'm showing like, oh, that's a tight headlock. I'm looking at him over here. So yeah, I think this is my lockup. I'm just like, oh, look at him going. But yeah, lots of little stuff like that. I think about what things probably look like to the audience, and yeah.
Now, what about as a wrestler? That'll be the second part to the question. As a wrestler, what's one piece of advice that you got that has taken your wrestling to another dimension, if you will?
There's some good ones. There are some good ones. For some reason, the first that came to mind isn't from anyone I've met yet, but everybody repeats a really good Ricky Morton line that he says at some seminars and stuff, which is, how long can you sell this punch? The answer is till you come up and get me. And yeah. I
didn't hear what you said. What was his last name?
Ricky Morton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You haven't got to meet Ricky yet?
Not yet, no.
Fuck, I was just talking to Carrie at the JCW show. So I caught him in the crowd, sat and BS'd with him for a few. And I've brought him and his dad down a couple times. So maybe I need to talk to them, because he was talking about wanting to come back up to Kansas. So maybe I can get with him and his dad and see about setting up a seminar. So I didn't realize there was some of my kids that haven't got to do a seminar with Ricky yet, and that's a good friend of mine. So we'll make that happen.
Shit, I'm game. That's awesome.
Well, need about 6 more beers, then I might need it. Right?
We know that. But no, normally Smack Talk Showdown is normally the sponsor of the Today in Wrestling History segment, but I wanted to get that because we have such a long spiel to go down with these matches. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let Billy draw 2 name cards here. Let's shuffle this deck up, and I'll let him draw your 2 name cards. Is what it's going to be.
Look, I'm going to go right here.
Okay.
And this card right there.
All right. So here's this deck.
We're going to take this one right here.
Last time we got a really skeptical card first time. So
that card.
All right. So I'm just going to take the top 2 for Billy's name. No,
name.
Those are always the best ones for you.
I feel like this name will be in Josee's wheelhouse.
Okay. Well, this one, I mean, I think this actually adds to, I guess what you try to do every week and then end up failing at.
Oh, fuck.
What's your what's your name for Josee here?
So Josee's name is the Cruel Ninja.
Cruel Ninja.
That's it. The Cruel Ninja, Josee.
Billy's name is the Terrifying Dog. Terrifying Dog.
Yeah, you remember that.
Speaking of dog, that's one of the best NCAA commercials, is where the dude barks at his boss because she's a Georgia fan.
Oh my God. That's so stupid.
Oh, I love it.
Go dog.
Go dog. Terrifying Dog. Right. So now I'm going to draw a segment card. Okay. This segment card is going to be what these two are going to be battling here. I'll just draw it in the middle. So this way there's no question here. Yeah. See me shuffling here.
You shuffled the same cards around the same thing. You didn't mix them at all.
Well, here, you mix them then.
About time. Fuck.
Last time I drew a pretty wild one.
He likes to bend the rules.
I like to fix it to where Billy loses. Yeah.
He bends the rules.
So I'm going to draw a segment card, and then I'm going to draw 2 smack cards, which I will lay the smacketh down on each of these two halfway through their promo. So the segment, ladies and gentlemen, is Clash of Styles in Manila, in the Manila, Philippines. That's wild. I've never even heard of that place. One wrestler is a boxer. The other is an MMA fighter. Both must prove why their fighting style is superior. The producer decides which wrestler is a boxer and which is an MMA fighter.
My name.
Oh, my bad.
Remember, I'm old.
Did you need me to repeat that, Josee? Or are you good?
No, so are you going to
So right now, I'm going to decide which of you guys is a boxer and which of you guys is an MMA fighter. And with the terrifying dog, I'm going to say Billy is the boxer, and I'm going to say Josee is the MMA fighter. And you, as your specific thing, you guys need to designate why your style of fighting is better than the other.
All right.
Does that make sense?
I got you.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so now I'm going to draw 2 smack cards here. There we go. 2 smack cards.
You messed up the whole ass fucking.
This is awesome. Dude, we've got so many smack cards back behind you. Like, it's so many. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a clock here for 45 seconds. And at the 22 and a half second mark.
Here's my question.
Okay.
It says, oh, I guess that's the time to play the game. Never mind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Scratch that.
Well, I segmented a lot of this down for this so that it's for this.
Oh.
The 45 second thing
All right.
is legit. The only thing that's not legit is these right here are actually for you guys to draw. But since our guest over the interwebs can't draw, I'm going to draw them for them. And that's how they showed to draw them. So that's what I dumbed down. Okay. Just so everybody is aware. But Smack Talk Showdown again. Thanks
Cruel
again.
Ninja, Josee.
Yeah, Cruel Ninja.
Ninja. And I'm the terrifying dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do want to give a quick shout out to
scared.
Smack Talk Showdown for supplying this game. It's awesome. So
Good time.
like I said, Josee, any questions before I get this stopwatch timer started?
This is how it goes. You're the youngster. You get to fucking go. I'm old
Hell
man.
yeah.
I go last.
Not a stopwatch.
But,
45 seconds.
that guest advantage, I'm down.
That's it.
All right. So again, like I said, Manila, Philippines.
Yes.
Manila.
One wrestler
Ninja
is a
versus
boxer.
the-
That is a terrifying dog over here. The other, Mr. What's his name again?
Cruel Ninja.
Cruel Ninja. You are the MMA fighter. Both must prove their way of fighting style is superior. All right. And I just decided. And at 22 and a half seconds, I will interrupt you to kind of throw a curveball. All right. Tell me when you're ready and I'll count you down from 3.
Okay. All right. I think
Ready?
I got some ideas. I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, deliver.
Deep within the Manilipines, the terrifying dog thinks he can scare me. But in the early beginning of my ninjutsu training, I learned to overcome fear. And I learned it with the help of my MMA. I don't care if you're the best, most terrifying wrestler, boxer in the world. You're as terrifying as a little kid.
Josee, stop. The speaker now must talk like a surfer during their promo. And deliver.
My cruel ninjutsu will take me over the wave. I thought he'd jump. That crashes into you. Terrifying dog. And you won't look so terrifying as you drown in the Manilipines.
And that's time. Ooh. Did you say the Manilipines?
I said it multiple times. I didn't know
The Manilipines.
What's it called? Manila
Philippines.
The
Manila, Philippines.
I think I combined both of those places, but my geography sucks.
I thought you did that on purpose. My bad.
Yeah, no, I did that. I was talking about Manila, Philippines. My geography
gotcha.
sucks, so I'm like, is that?
Gotcha.
All right. So, terrifying dog. All right. You tell me and I'll count you down from 3.
All right.
3, 2, 1, deliver.
Yeah, it's the terrifying dog here. And you see, we come to the Manila, Philippines, not the motherfucking Philippines or whatever this ninja motherfucker wants to talk about. See, the cruel ninja comes into my house and he wants to bring that MMA shit when I come in with hands of steel.
Stop. The speaker now must complain about how out of touch the last generation is. 3, 2, 1.
And as I use these hands of steel to knock your millennial ass 10 generations back to when wrestling was real, I show you why the terrifying dog and boxing is better than MMA.
Time. Perfect. Man, how'd you feel about that, Josee? I mean, I'm gonna kind of predict this early, and I'm not gonna talk shit about you, Josee, but I think terrifying dog won that. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe so. I think I think my little buddy over there tried to jump in with the improv, and I'm like, no, compare him to a kitty cat.
Oh, man.
And I missed the layup,
Oh, did you
basically.
put those back?
Oh, I did.
I don't want to reuse them until we have to. Sorry. You got a phone call.
Oh.
No, what do you think about that, Josee? I mean, you haven't done many promos that we've seen on HCW, but what do you think about it?
Just about the game or about
The game
Billy's
itself.
promo?
The game itself.
It's fun. I like the switch up in the middle. When I listen to it, I'm like, damn, what would I even say there? But it's easier in practice, I thought. Yeah.
Well, hey, I'm not gonna tell anybody who won. That's for the listeners to decide. But
Yeah.
Billy has laid down to where it's easier for everybody. But this one I think is quite outweighed on one side or the other. So kind of like Billy's.
You don't
last
think in
two.
the comments Cruel Ninjutsu is gonna win? You don't think the people?
I'm sure you might have a fan out there, especially being a ref. Nobody's complained about your refereeing. So, dude, I think that Tag 'em Bag 'em could say, this could go either way. But that's just my opinion, of course.
Hey, tag him and bag him.
Oh shit! Let's not get this shit started.
Hey, how did it feel to be drugged to the front of the line when you're so used to staying in the back?
Oh, what the hell? Are they used to being in the back? Because they're front row, baby.
Oh, they
Oh
are.
shit! You just talked shit and you couldn't do it.
Damn. Fuck you, Bobby. You're
welcome,
not supposed
tag
to
'em and
tag
bag.
them and
Hey.
bag them against me.
Hey, I'm not
This
a
war
fan
ain't
of
over.
81.
War is not over.
But no, thanks again, Smack Talk Showdown, for pretty much sponsoring a segment in our podcast. We have fun with it so far every week. I think that some of the newer wrestlers, I think, are going to learn a lot of things about talking shit, really. I mean, what do you feel?
Yeah, I like to talk shit, so this helps. And I hate to lose, so if I've lost 2 in a row, Josee, so, I'm sorry.
I can't wait to try this, like, a little inebriated, like at a party or something. That would be fun.
Bro, like 5 shots in, 6 beers deep. That's where it's going to be fun.
I don't do shots, but I'm not even good. I just want to be in the corner watching this shit.
Hey, listen, we have a new sponsor for HCW.
Right.
We have a brand new after party for HCW.
Oh, shit. After party.
It's at CJ's Sports Bar and Grill.
Hell yeah.
And I tell you what, they have some fantastic food, but they have a special house-made vodka pickle shot. And I think I'm going to go broke drinking it.
You had me at pickle, lost me at vodka.
No, you can't taste no vodka. Bobby, I'm telling you, it tastes like a shot of pickle juice.
Here's pumps.
And I like pickle juice as is, so y'all got to stop. I don't like being broke.
The last sip of vodka I think I had on purpose was probably Barton's.
Well, if you ever decide to come to an after party with us,
Dude,
Bobby,
come on, you can't guilt trip me, bro.
I can't. You're right.
you
You've been
ain't
doing
gonna
this way
guilt
too long.
I'm old. All right. So, is there anything else we want to hit on Josee here before we actually get into the show? 'Cause I
Josee,
don't
what's
wanna
your
leave
thoughts
anything
of
out.
tag 'em and bag 'em? Who side are you on? Are you on my side or are you on tag 'em and bag 'em side?
I'm really hung on the possibility that they're on my side in the promo game. So
he played his card right.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
Plus, he's on your payroll, so I mean,
Touche, kid.
he
Touche.
played that card. That's what I'm talking about. The mellow dude that doesn't let anything get to him. He just
Josee,
pulled
what-
the card.
Josee, what tattoo do you have that I always referred to in training?
These are Radiohead lyrics, but Hey, man, slow down.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even notice the tattoo.
Forever. I'm always telling him, read your fucking tattoo, kid.
That's right.
I mean, we saw that in the promo that Bob Evans created for your guys' training thing that he put on. I mean, he said, slow down. Like, he talked pretty in depth about that.
And it's important, and people don't understand it till they understand it. I think that's how it goes. Like, we're going to yell it and talk about it, but they don't get it till they get it.
And, I mean, before we even got into this, I kind of gave the rundown of what happened at Wake the Dead, but I also didn't highlight that we had two legends of wrestling there. We had Mr. Kevin Kelly and Mr. Kevin Kelly. I do have a bone to pick with you in a second, but I also want to shout out Mr. Bob Evans. Mr. Bob Evans. I told this to Josh on Chubby Buddies. Like, I don't think I'm the right guy to say, hey, this guy was like elite, because this guy does it for a living. This guy does this for a living. And I think what I noticed most about it is that this dude posts all this stuff. And what I enjoyed most was being able to see him put his money and words where his mouth is.
Okay.
In the ring. Like, I've never seen the crowd do that to, like, can I argue that I would say 50% of people knew who actual Bob Evans was? Would you agree or disagree?
I would agree.
I didn't know who he was until he came on here. So, but the way that he was able to manipulate, and I don't want to make that to be
that's not a bad word,
right? The way that he was able to manipulate that crowd and turn himself into Only Friends.
Oh my God.
Rey Leon, all in one
Seriously.
person, all in one shot, was impressive as shit.
So years ago, when I come out of being hurt from the prison and I got deep back into wrestling with XWE and I started training everybody there, I reached out to Bob and I said, hey, like, I've been out the game for a little bit. I need some help. I need some, like, confidence built back up, and I need to make sure I'm doing things right.
Was this before or after you knew him, though? That's my question.
This was after. Or this was before.
Okay, so you didn't know him as well.
Not at all.
Okay, that's my question.
And he was doing a seminar for KCXW at the time. And I said, well, look, you're coming here. I could bring you in a couple days early. Whatever I need some help. I need to figure this out. And I just refused to tell him no. So finally he comes in and he goes over stuff and he really opened my eyes, but he kind of took me under his wing in the grand scheme of everything. So then it's just been great relationship since. And then it's been a couple years since I've been able to bring him in. So being able to bring him in and look around and see how many students and stuff that I have and that, have some influence from him into it. So it was an awesome opportunity. It was a good time seeing him. And then I got the opportunity to meet and talk with Kevin Kelly and really enjoyed him also. So was very, very grateful.
And I don't want to speak out of pocket when I say certain things like that, because I don't know Bob and I don't know wrestling as well as probably even Josee. Josee's been refereeing probably just as long as I've been announcing for you. So I think that me to say that, I didn't want to say anything out of pocket, but I found that to be the most impressive thing, because I read his posts. Like, if you don't read his posts, like, that's a little like counterintuitive. Like, his stuff is pretty broken down for a second grader to read. And I think that's his idea, is that he wants anybody to understand what he's trying to say.
Correct.
But that's why I wanted to highlight it, is like, you don't see that. Like, if I would have saw that as probably the 8-year-old that I was and saw Scotty 2 Hotty come to the Memorial Hall, like, I probably would have enjoyed independent wrestling more. Like, if you saw more of that, I think that, like, that's what that's the whole idea of what wrestling is being able to do what he did. And I don't know what you got from that, because did you get to watch the match?
I did. And I put him in there with Austin Reddick, who Austin Reddick is a pillar of the business also. I think he's been doing this 15, 20 years also. He's been going a while.
You chose that strategically.
I did, because, Austin's style matches Bob Evans' style. Austin is a ruthless, old school heel, and I love it. And then you bring in another old school baby face. And even though that Bob Evans was bigger, Austin took the fight to him. But Bob had that crowd in the palm of his hand, and he does it
from intro
time.
to the end of the match.
Every time he does it. Every time.
No. But I had to highlight that, and I think that I wasn't even a part of that training thing because I had other stuff that I had to do. But like, it was pretty impressive to be able to watch like live. That was cool.
I was very thankful for my kids. It was mostly my kids that were at this seminar, but they learned so much. It was a fantastic time, and it's only going to help them throughout.
Jody, were you a part of that training thing? And what if you were, like, what did you enjoy? What did you learn most?
Oh man, it was cool seeing just the way Bob approaches it in the ring, because like we had some we had some pretty good wrestlers in there that he had like plenty of notes for, and I think just seeing like how other people think about wrestling and like the little touches that different people accentuate, I don't know, it's neat. It's kind of moving like mentally from like the basics to different people's preferences, I guess, and what I don't know, what makes different wrestlers so good. But yeah, there was that, and Kevin Kelly had like a lot to say about promos that I really enjoyed getting to hear him pick his brain about that. I was one of the few lucky people to cut a okay-ish promo to him before the time ran out on the seminar, actually.
Well, speaking of Kevin Kelly, like I said, I had a little bit of a bone to pick with him.
What's that?
That man is trying to start some shit with me and Aaron Helms.
What do you mean?
I went back and watched it. Like, all respect to Kevin Kelly. That dude's a pro. That dude sounded amazing on the commentary.
So far, I've only got to watch my match, and he didn't say a word during it.
Go back and listen to that man talk about Aaron Helms, okay? Look, I'm going to say this. I do what the boss tells me to do. That's the man sitting right here. You see him right there on the camera. This man tried to tell me, well, not tell me, he tried to tell the fans, like, he needs to have a word with the announcer and bring him a mic, because he was apparently screaming for a mic right before Hector De Oro came out. I was like, what are you trying to do, dude? Like, hey, I'm
so Aaron was calling for a mic and you didn't bring him one, Bobby?
You didn't tell me to. I'm just saying.
Wow.
What do you have to, like, when you go back and listen to it, you'd be like, oh shit.
I mean, you should have probably took Aaron a mic. Bobby.
Shit, I didn't see it. I didn't hear it. I'm in the zone, right? As you know, I get in the zone. And you didn't say nothing to me. But don't try starting shit, big dog. I mean, I enjoyed every bit of your commentary, but come on, man. Come on. Don't give Aaron Helms any more reason to be like Dick Richards with his temper tantrums.
He now has no hair.
And that's one temper tantrum I'll let him, like, I guess, cry about. But come on, man.
Have you seen his bald
You can't hear him on the mic anyway, so don't give him any more mic time than he needs. That's all I'm saying.
What do you think about that, Josee?
He's rocking the buzz cut.
Hey, he took that haircut with pride. I will give Aaron Helms that. He took that haircut with pride. And for good reason.
If I go bald, I hope to do it so gracefully.
For some reason.
Yeah. I mean, that dude had some locks. I mean, not as good as Josee's here, but he had some locks. But why don't we break down this show? All
right, let's do
what
it.
Happened at Wake the Dead. I mean, I don't know if you listened to Tag'em and Bagham's episode, Josee, but I did, and I'm sure Billy did, as he usually does.
I always do. I
mean, they said right from the get-go that you pulled that trigger quick.
I did.
I mean, with how many man was it in the Rumble?
15.
15 man. And you did, and I swore I heard it too. I heard a 6-man Rumble, and then it turns into 15. I was
6 man was never said.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard even before they brought it up. Like, I heard a 6-man Rumble. Like,
I think it was before?
I think it was
6.
And this is why it
would just be a 6-man. Like, why would I do a Rumble?
I don't know.
6 people?
I thought I heard a 6-man also, but anywho, I could be wrong.
I think you're siding with Tagging them back.
I'm not.
Maybe you're conspiring against
I'm
me,
not.
Bobby.
I'll have to go back in my cards and see what I wrote down. But anywho, like they said, you pulled that trigger really quick, and I think you got this show started really well with the first entrance was Kit Reaver and the one and only gorgeous Gavin Bush.
You know, I stacked
There he
every
is.
odd. I didn't. Gavin, like, Simon started every odd against Kit Reaver as they could. And then it started with gorgeous Gavin Bush and Kit Reaver 1 and 2. And as each competitor came out there, I think Paradox was number 3.
Sounds right.
Yes, Paradox was.
And I believe Paradox had a vengeance to chop every motherfucker in that match.
You might have pulled the trigger, but his was the gunshot everybody heard. That whop.
Bro, I think that Paradox secretly dislikes the locker room. The way he chopped people, he hates them all.
How many people out of the 15 got chopped, do you think?
I think every one of them.
Every single person got chopped.
I was back there kind of trying to keep count. Tagum and Bagum said everyone. I think he might have missed 2.
There's one person that I was expecting to maybe come out that didn't come out, and I was expecting Heidi Howitzer to come out.
Ooh. You know, she had a huge match coming up, though, so...
Why not give her 2 chances at 2 titles? I mean, that's why I was like, damn, I'm surprised she's not in this lineup.
I mean, I don't disagree.
I'm not trying to run your business.
I think her head was into the I want my Sunflower title.
She'll
back.
put her head anywhere you need it to. I will tell you that. That woman can get the crowd. I would argue that she does exactly what Bob Evans tells everybody to do. Manipulate that crowd.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to take away from that. Go ahead.
So, huge victory from 1 to 15. And number 1 contender, everybody's favorite asshole, Kit Reaver.
Are we glad that this wasn't for the Out of Luck title?
You know, the Out of Luck title is coming up in December, so it's not gone. Tagum Bagum asked about it. Tagum Bagum, would I get rid of such a pristine, beautiful title like the Out of Luck title?
No, I'm just saying, weren't we a little glad that he didn't become would that have been his 4th time becoming the Out of Luck champion?
I mean, that's true. You know, Kit Reaver and the Out of Luck title is like fucking butt cheeks and hemorrhoids.
Oh, that's awesome. But no, moving on to the main card. I mean, like you said, Kit Reaver came out of that victoriously. Now he'll be facing, is it Rey at the Salina show or at the November show? No,
so he is open challenged, and this might actually, it should hit the web before this comes out, but Kit Reaver has requested a open challenge, or not an open challenge, but a match with the Midwest Monster Blade in a Chicago street fight.
And what does that entail, if you don't mind me asking?
Basically just a hardcore match.
Oh, shit.
So Blade's from Chicago, and Kit Reaver says he ain't scared of no back alleys, so he's going to bring the fight to him.
Damn. I think that should be an episode that we do one of these days. Just break down different match styles. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, we could do that. That'd be actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Get some weird ones in there. King of the Mountain.
There is some weird ones.
Yeah, I've never heard of at
the JCW show, they did a coal miner's glove on a pole match.
Nice.
I think that there could have been a little thing to kind of explain it more because the crowd was kind of not understanding. But it was a fun match. It was against Kerry Morton and James Storm, Cowboy James Storm. So it was a fun match. But I think if the crowd would have known what to be expecting with the coal miner's glove, it would have been a little better. But fun match anyways.
Well, like you said, that's taking place at Salina. The Chicago
Street Fight is in Salina, November 15th. Blade, Kit Reaver, last minute or.
And we'll get into more of the Salina stuff too, also as we go down. But I think this is where I think the tides turned a little bit, because you haven't done something like this since Legacy 1, where you had something big in match number 1. You had match number 1 at Legacy 1 was for half the company of HCW. Mm-hmm. And then this year you had in November HCW title match between Dickie Richards and Rey Leon for not only the title, but also we saw Dickie lay his boots into the middle of the ring. And I mean, if you're not a wrestling fan, what that tells, why don't you go into detail about that?
So, Dickie is busted his tail. He came in with Rey Leon. He's worked his ass off training. And he's wrestled some matches around Kansas and stuff like that. But he is older. He feels that he plays a much better role outside the ring as a manager than inside the ring. And he put it all on the line versus his best friend and the illustrious Rey Leon. And we kicked off the show with it. A story that's been years in the making of a fall of an empire, the rise of an illustrious one, and then the conclusion of the one illustrious Rey Leon.
What do you think that says about the not necessarily the legacy, because I think the legacy will always be there about the empire, but what do you think we see from the empire in the future, or if we even see one?
I don't know if we ever see one again. Dickie's been silent. We don't know where his mind is, what he has going forward, but it is Dick Richards, and I still have not gotten my contract and my other half of the company signature done. He keeps avoiding me, which I don't get.
How would you give him a match if he hasn't even signed that contract? That's wild.
Well, because he'll sign, he's a man of his word.
You just said it's Dickie. You just said it was Dickie. What are you talking about?
When it comes to business, Dickie has always been up front.
Okay.
Hopefully he didn't let that fucking go, because if so, then we might have a bigger issue than we think.
What's this we shit? You got to turn your
You're
pants?
the fucking announcer.
I'm the announcer.
He's the referee.
I'm the announcer, but I ain't got no money in the game. You do.
Oh, shut up about that.
But no, Rey Leon is still your HCW Heartland champion, and I think what a way to go out. I mean, going against one that you called friend, brother. I'm sure they both learned so much between each other running the Empire at before it. What was, I always forget. What was it? When did it start? Was it before? It was before HCW.
Yeah, for XWE.
XW. Okay.
Empire started at XWE. Josee, did you ref that match?
Yes, I did.
So give us your thoughts on your side of what went down.
Well, it was, first off, huge that this was Dickie's last match. And that's another mind in wrestling that it's just been so cool to be around. And as you've mentioned, it's questionable what he does next. He can't just be gone, right? Look,
I mean, he hasn't talked to me at all. I've tried. I think I've reached out multiple times and get no response. So I don't know.
yeah, interesting. Very interesting. I don't know.
I mean,
Tell that other half of the company
Jackie
or something.
said she broke out in tears. I mean, even as much as he's left the fans with a bad taste in their mouth, he still had the way to manipulate the crowd into feeling bad for him too.
I mean, and you talked about Bob Evans earlier, kind of holding the crowd in their hands, and Dickie's done the same thing. Dickie's made them hate him and made them kind of feel sorry for him, all in the same aspect. So,
That is wild when you think about it. It's why would you want to come out day after day to get these pissed off and hate you for it? You had so much hate. My question is does he feed off the hate or just come back a different man if he does come back?
we'll have to see. I guess the world waits, or the HCW universe waits to hear from Dickie Richards.
Seemed like a respectful little end with him and Ray. I don't know. Maybe
Do we see a
new lead.
You think we see a good Dickie Richards? Is that what you're saying, Joseph?
I'm a
wouldn't
little
say ended
optimistic,
great.
but I've got it. That's where I'd lean.
I mean, he went out to shake his hand and went like this. That's what we saw from Ray. He acted like he was going to shake his hand and then went back from it. Why was that?
You're right. That is right. Okay.
Interesting.
For a guy that only saw it on the little screen, I mean, I was like, oh, well, I'm going to do what I can.
Yeah, man could live off spite.
Interesting. Yeah.
But let's go into our match number 2 of the evening. The one and only hardest hitting heavyweight, Aaron Helms, versus the one and only Big Bully, Bruisador via Valencia.
Baldest hitting heavyweight is wild.
I did that shit on purpose, dog.
And you talk about tag 'em and bag 'em getting you heat.
Tag him and bag him. You mean Kevin Kelly?
Well, Kevin Kelly, tag him and bag him.
Tag him and bag him, I expect it. Look at Jackie. She tries to get everybody in trouble. All right?
Everybody.
But
You're
you
an
did say
instigator,
fuck
Jackie.
tag him. You did say
You're
fuck
an
tag him and
instigator.
bag him.
She's an instigator.
Fuck tag him and bag him.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say that. I was repeating.
I heard you
I was
say it
repeating.
just now.
yeah, I
Bobby.
said
She
it.
knows.
Actually,
Listen,
I said
Jackie.
it. I got you, Bobby.
Dang, Josee said he's got heat, bro.
What? You did what?
Heat.
What
I
did
won't
you
say
say,
it again?
Josee?
I'm standing on it, you know.
Okay. All right.
10 toes down.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
I do not want to see that video come out.
That's what happens when you
You know these people
go
make
against the
TikToks
boss.
for like fun, right?
That's when
Yeah.
that's what happens when you go against the boss.
You know,
Oh,
a little
shit.
online beef goes a long way. Get some
It
clout
does.
that way.
It does. I mean, as we've seen their channel grow and grow and grow because of the beef between her and both of them and
Yeah,
Billy,
all those fans to say, who the hell is this guy?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Which guy you meaning?
No, me.
Oh.
I
I'm
knew it
saying
was me. I
I'm
was
going to
like, whoa.
steal some
All right,
fans.
just making sure.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, it is Mr. Helms versus Bruisador Valencia with a hair versus mask match.
You know, this match meant a lot to both competitors. It was for breast cancer awareness. For Bruisador Valencia to put his mask on the line against anything is a statement to what that match means. Because in his tradition, you don't put that up. And then Aaron Helms to put his hair on the line in honor of breast cancer awareness. So both men made the sacrifice and said, whoever the best man wins, we do this in honor of breast cancer awareness. And those two big, meaty son of a guns beat the tar out of each other. And Bruisador come up with a huge victory. Some say kind of to a distraction from Hector de Oro. But at the end of the day, 1, 2, 3, Bruisador wins, and Hector and Bruiser come in and they put Aaron in a chair and they proceed to cut that man's hair.
The handgun Dan.
Facts.
Well, they're the same scissors. That's my question.
Josee, here's a question.
So,
You got a lot of hair. If someone beat you and took dull ass scissors to cut your hair, how mad would you be?
you know, I couldn't show my face again for a minute. I'd have to, yeah, that'd have to be the rest of the hair, including this. I might change my name. That's,
But that red, white, and big son of a bitch walked back out to the crowd with a completely bald ass head.
Made a statement.
Well done, Aaron Helms.
true.
One down, Aaron.
You may have asked for the mic. I didn't hear it. I will say this. I didn't hear it, so I apologize, but you are still the baldest hitting heavyweight in Kansas.
Baldest hitting heavyweight. Well, if you don't announce him at the next show, you have no balls.
Okay.
No kahunas.
Here's my question. If I do, and he retaliates, are you, as the owner, the boss, the man behind the paycheck, what are you going to do?
I mean, I can have security out there.
No, that's not what I asked. I said if he retaliates, because you can't anticipate Aaron Helms. I'm just saying.
So maybe don't say that because,
Like you said,
Aaron Helms is probably going to try to take someone's head off the next show. I'm sure.
I don't think he will be that mad. I mean, he did it for a good reason. He wouldn't put his hair up if he thought he was just going to not lose it. I mean, who really had more to lose, the mask or the hair? Aaron could lose a few pounds, maybe. I don't know.
Wow.
If you take a luchador's mask, that's taking his legacy, his pride, and everything.
You keep
And Aaron-
mentioning
was
the
Aaron's-
pounds. You really want to bring up how he's bald
ounces.
and then
How's
fat
ounces?
too?
How's ounces? He admits it. The dude's huge.
Yeah.
He ain't
That's
all
fair.
fat.
He's the
He is not
hardest
all
hitting
fat,
heavyweight for a reason.
but he's
That's
not
fair.
all fat either.
Okay.
Well,
So-
if you keep talking shit, you're going to find out why he's the hardest hitting heavyweight.
I'm just saying it's probably good for the health. That's all I'm saying. Boy. Love you, Aaron. Anywho.
All right, what's next?
Next match is for your HCW Sunflower title match, and that is the returning HCW ex-Heartland Sunflower champion Heidi Howitzer versus the newest HCW Sunflower champion Lilith Grimm.
You know, this match surprised the shit out of me. Yeah, Lilith is such a great competitor, always on her A game, strong as fucking nails. For God's sake, she built her own hammer. But she stepped into the ring with a determined, with a fun-loving, with a I want my title back Heidi Howitzer. And Heidi took it to her. And 1, 2, 3, your new Sunflower champion is none other than Heidi Howitzer. But here's the thing. After the match, Mindy, not going to say the last name like Bobby would.
Nope, I stopped doing that after final one.
Came out and went to hand Heidi that Sunflower title. But I think a message was sent to Heidi. No words were saying, but as Heidi grabbed the belt, Mindy hung on to it just a second longer, as in my opinion, to say, I'm coming, and I don't care what's going to stop me.
I'm coming, and hell's coming with me.
I mean, maybe.
Ooh, that could be your new intro. Oh, shit.
Don't do that.
Trying to get rid of Godzilla? That's a fire opening.
Hell's coming with
That
me.
is a
I think he was talking about Mindy
Tombstone.
on that.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Tombstone.
Not
I'm tripping.
Heidi.
Okay.
Yeah, not Heidi.
I think getting rid of Godzilla for Heidi would be horrible.
Okay. We're all in agreement here.
That would be like cutting your hair.
Yeah. Yeah,
What's this
but
Godzilla talk? Am I out of the loop here?
Have you haven't heard Heidi's song?
No,
It's Godzilla by
I'm
Blue
way
Oyster Cult.
the hell out there. So like, I don't, the music, the words don't come through very well for me. It could be that I'm deaf, so I don't hear the words. I thought her music was somebody that her and Chance know. Oh, okay. So, well, my bad.
Yeah, you suck.
Anyway, your new and second time Sunflower champion, like you said, is
second
Heidi
time Heidi
Howitzer.
Howitzer.
Leading us into, I mean, like I said before, was one of the best matches of the evening. Was it the best? I'm going to say no because the way that the crowd reacted, but the crowd loved every minute of this match.
Okay.
Austin Reddick versus the one and only Bob Evans. Oof. Brutal Bob Evans for arguably, this could have been like, imagine if you took this match and put that as the opener of HCW ever. How many more people do you think would be, oh shit, like I think that they would be hooked by the energy behind Mr. Bob Evans. All right. Now, what I will say to caveat onto this, follow that man because you will get every bit of what you saw in that ring on his Facebook page. I will say that.
So, like I said earlier, I booked this match because of who the two competitors were. Knowing the strengths of Brutal Bob Evans and knowing the talent of Austin Reddick, I didn't think this match could miss. Like, this match could go anywhere on this card and immediately make that card better. And they went out there and they didn't disappoint. They went out there, they had the crowd in the palm of their hand. They made them care. They made them hate. And at the end of the day, Austin Reddick with a small roll up and feet on the ropes. 1, 2, 3.
he had his what?
I
repped
you
that.
Repped this match, didn't you?
What?
He did have his feet on the ropes.
What?
Josee.
I was looking at shoulders.
I understand you were doing what you were supposed to do, but 100% that man did have his feet on the ropes. But at the end of the day, Josee, your call is what rolls. You didn't see the feet on the rope. It was a 1, 2, 3, and still Austin Reddick came out victorious.
Too late to reverse that. Sorry, Bob.
Quick question. If, say, maybe Austin Reddick wasn't available, say Rey Leon was, I mean, Rey Leon had a huge match also. Take those two out of your lineup. Who's next for Bob Evans? Who would be next who would be next in line to take up? And I don't want to like put a, hindrance between who you play favorites with, and I don't think you do because I know who you are, and you've never played favorites. Treated everybody equally. Who's next to be able to do what we saw with Austin Reddick, Bob Evans?
I think a Chance Kerrigan can handle that spot. I think a T2G could handle that spot.
Not those weren't the first two that I thought you were going to say.
I think I would absolutely love to see a Bob Evans Camaro Jackson match.
Oh, wow.
Because I think that would
Two
be
babies?
fucking money also.
That's sick
Who
as
comes
hell.
out first? Oh,
I think Camaro's got the size and the strength on Bob, so he would go more in the aggressive side. But Unca's no slouch, so that could be a very cool little match.
I'm just throwing this out there that I also think that you could have, say Chance couldn't wrestle Kane in this match. I think Kane and Bob Evans would have put on one hell of a show.
Absolutely. And that's
Not to take away from the main event, by the way.
Yeah, Kane had so much God,
that charisma and that.
He's
I think everybody leaving that would leave needing to go get mental health. Going, what did I just fucking see?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Mark my words. King Carter, if he just keeps getting out there like he's doing, will sign a contract within the next 5 years with one of a bigger name company.
Ooh.
I think he's
Nice.
that good.
And I don't want to leave anybody out of that because my next person that I thought you were going to say was going to be Drake.
Oh, fuck.
That's who
Drake
I
versus
thought
Bob Evans.
of.
That could you imagine that at your Kansas State Fair?
Drake versus most people is going to be good.
I have not seen, and I'm not going to say this because I haven't seen all the matches. I've not seen a bad match that Drake has put on versus even with somebody new, with somebody that's been in the, he hasn't done many tag teams, as we know that he doesn't like tag teams that much. The one we have seen looked flawless with him and
If
Ray.
I brought Sam Stackhouse in, Drake would do a tag match for me.
Oh.
Other than that, he ain't probably doing a tag match.
you forced him to do it with Ray because you wanted them to probably cut ties with the anger issues.
We had to try to make them friends. They were going in it didn't work.
Well, we don't know. We haven't heard much about anything between the two since the cage match, so we don't actually know. But I think anybody on your roster could have went with Bob. But I think the ones that stand out most is the ones that you said. Also, Kane stood out to me most because of he wants the crowd to know that he's there.
Yeah,
he wants them to know, and he makes that prominent when he's in the ring, and that's why I think Bob Evans doesn't necessarily want everybody to know he's there. He just lets everybody know he's there, and that's why I thought was pretty impressive. So,
interesting.
Did you need a break?
No.
Okay, sweet. Wow, that's a first.
Whoa.
Hey, break.
I mean, probably in about 10 minutes.
All right, I'll speed it up. All right, let's break into, I would say, one that I think people anticipated if you were following the Salina show. I think that was where this one sort of carried over most was from the Salina show with after the brutal beatdown of her former tag team partner, Logan Knight.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say in Salina. Salina just kind of reared its head, but
is that where it was made public though?
If you it was
Okay.
Salina is where it was made public. But if you watched what the Seventh Seal with Blade orchestrating did to Logan Knight, you had to have known that Stormy was coming after. Unless you absolutely thought Stormy had no fucking backbone.
We can't say that. I think she had just as much backbone as anybody else on the
Correct.
roster.
So that's what she did. She went after the fucking monster. She went after the head of the snake. She went after the Midwest Monster. And this match was brutal. Some say that they feel Stormy might have beat the Midwest Monster. But even after a bloodbath, he didn't go for a pin. He rolled out He picked up a chair. His two side-by-side goons and Darren Jekyll and Michael Maverick put their back against the ring to make sure no one interfered with what Blade was planning on doing. Now, Hector De Oro and Bruisador Valencia came out trying to help.
Was not expecting that.
I don't think anyone was. But what happens to most people that try to intervene with the Seventh Seal? The Seventh Seal destroyed them. I don't know how long Stormy's out.
Yes.
She hasn't answered my calls. She's kind of went ghost. But I know that Blade's malicious attack on her knee, the same knee he destroyed of Logan Knight's, was uncalled for and honestly hard to watch.
You know who we didn't? We didn't see much of her, and I expected. And I don't know if you had any words with her, but we didn't see KT Lynn very often with that whole thing.
KT Lynn got suspended.
She
I
did?
talked to you about the thing.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you
was
made it
able to
public.
slither her fucking way in for the Rumble until I realized that she was there, and I politely escorted her and Simon out of my fucking building.
Ooh. Yeah, I
Because
didn't know if
what
you made
the
it
Seventh
public.
Seal keeps doing to all of my superstars is ridiculous. Right now on the shelf, I have Logan Knight. I have Stormy Renee. I have, who knows? We missed Johnny Faith because he was poisoned or whatever she fucking did to him. How many more of my superstars are going to be infected by what the Seventh Seal is bringing before I have to put my foot down?
Well, that's one thing I did notice, but the one person I did expect to maybe come out there, whether that be that she was, I don't think she was trying to back up any, but I think she was also maybe trying to get her own bitches, would be Mindy.
We seen Mindy.
No, I'm saying come out with the whole Blade thing. I didn't see Blade. I didn't see her come
why?
out.
She got her revenge on Blade
Oh,
when her and Chance fought.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I wasn't sure. I don't remember that. I didn't know if it was at Salina or not, but I just didn't know maybe she still had a bad taste in her mouth after what the Seventh Seal did to her.
She got revenge, so I don't know why she would, but the Seventh Seal doesn't care about anybody. It's obvious. Josee, you've been in multiple matches the Seventh Seal has been in what kind of destruction, what are they talking about in the ring? Give us some insight.
Oh man. The most conversation, the most actual coordinating you'll see will be with the Diamond Kings. They are some cohesive unit in there together. Yeah, no, you can't tell what's going on in any of their minds, especially Blade. Blade is a whole other presence in the ring. It's if anything, if anybody wears their heart on their sleeve, it is Simon. Simon takes glee in hurting people. He's an odd individual for sure.
Everyone wants to know who's the mastermind, who's the leader of the Seventh Seal. You've been out there with KT Lynn around the ring. You've been out there with Blade around the ring. You might have been the ref when KT Lynn smacked Blade. I'm not sure on that, but what is your thoughts on that? Do you have your opinion on who's leading this Seventh Seal? What do you think about that?
KT's the most level-headed for sure. She's got a focus like no other out there. That'd be my guess.
So your opinion is KT Lynn is the head of the Seventh Seal.
That's assuming there's a leader.
Ooh.
People talk about alpha mentality with wolves and stuff, but a pack of dogs, I think they're just gonna stick together,
So you're saying there's no leader and that the Seventh Seal is running roughshod together like a pack of dogs would, with everybody doing their own part?
I'd definitely put it into question. I think if nothing else, they're not ideologically linked, right? If nothing else, I think they gain from being around each other, but the second that is out the window, so too is the team.
Interesting.
I think even when it comes to dogs, there's always going to be that one dog, whether that be the head dog, the dog with the most fight in it. I think there's always going to be that one dog that has the final say. I think that comes with anything that comes as organized as something like the Seventh Seal. We see it with the Empire. We saw it with, we've seen it with numerous different other tag teams, in whether that be in HCW or other industries.
But you think about the Seventh Seal, or the Empire. So when the Empire was running at the top of their game, everyone wanted to know who was in charge. Was it Dick Richards or was it Rey Leon?
Well, I think at that point, I didn't get to see them when they were at XWE. When they were at their best, did they have more champions? And the other question would be, we've seen them at their worst, and that's where we saw Rey get kicked out of the Empire. And then we saw Chunk of Violence become the first ever, well, not first ever, they were the KWA tag team champions. And then we saw Dick pull power over who was that? Hector, to give up his out of luck title to let his tag team. So I think the question in that is I wonder if there was a power struggle.
Interesting.
So I don't know.
Okay.
Outside looking in.
Alrighty.
Let's go into. Did we ever? Yeah, you already said the chair and all that stuff. So, but no, I guess.
So then at the end of that match, Blade was destroying Stormy's knee. And as he was going to hit it one final time, a man known as Jason Gore made his way to the ring. And he smacked Blade in the chair. Blade rolled out of the ring. As he looked up, he seen Jason Gore in the ring. His eyes got bright, and he listened. And Jason Gore specifically said, "Blade, I've watched your career from the day it's began. We have fought all over Texas. And what you're doing with today's generation, he cannot stand beside and watch. So he is coming out of retirement to go one-on-one in a Falls Count Anywheres match with the Midwest Monster Blade. These two are no strangers to each other. They've wrestled each other multiple times, including Blade's first ever moonsault was against this man in a hardcore match. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but these two men can fight anywhere they want, and the ref just has to keep up."
And you said that he's coming out of retirement. He's been retired since what, 2013?
Yes, so he hasn't wrestled as long as he's wrestled.
Oh, wow.
He told me that the other day, and I'm just dumbfounded.
Man.
So,
gotta have worries.
November 22nd, be ready, because it's going to be a barn burner.
And to see that for free, make sure you enter the chance to win the VIP tickets, brought to you by Mason Coley Creative.
For sure. Great plug.
Well, we are back after a short break, and we are going right into the co-main event of HCW's Wake the Dead. HCW's Wake the Dead. We are in the co-main event of the evening. Hey, I can only do so much. Don't judge me.
No judging.
But this co-main event, I think after talking to T2G on here, I think that this kind of settled a little bit of things that he had to say. Like, he didn't mention Drake, but I think that this also plays into maybe something down the road.
Okay.
Because I will say this, like I said, I've never seen a bad Drake match, but I've also never really seen a bad T2G match.
Ooh.
So, I mean,
True.
be honest here. This is a awesome case of what Drake is known for doing and what T2G is capable of.
You know, Austin kind of let that tag team kind of go by the way and said Tommy had some growing to learn, and he stepped in the ring with someone that's a veteran of this business, and in my opinion, one of the best around the nation, especially in this area. Drake Gallows is way better than he gives himself credit for or anyone else gives him credit for. So my opinion, and I'll stay on that opinion. But Tommy was no slouch, and he didn't shy away from the challenge. He took it to Drake Gallows, and probably one of multiple very, very good matches on this card. But Drake Gallows does what Drake Gallows does, and Drake goes.
I need a soundbite for that, man. Drake goes over. Man, what did you think of that match, Josee?
No, it was a good one. It was, yeah, just as you said, two guys who can seemingly do no wrong as far as I've seen in wrestling. Yeah, Drake's great how like much of like a mind for wrestling he is, and it's like he started way young, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, like
He's still young. If you think about it.
That's
He
the
is very
thing. He's
still
in like
very young.
such good shape for someone who knows as much as he does too. Like, yeah, no, great combo there, and I'm always excited to see what Tommy does in there.
Agreed. But after talking to T2G, I mean, he didn't mention Drake, but I don't think that he really I don't know if he really expected to even have a chance to talk about it because it was right before the show came out. So I think that Drake really was at the top of his list because has he wrestled him before this?
I don't think so.
Okay, because he did mention Chance and Ray,
Right.
but I think when you mention those two, I think Drake has to follow those because of how much both of those guys have brought up Drake and what they've learned from him and everything like that. So
here's an exclusive. I think because of the showcase that Tommy put on against Drake Gallows, that in Salina, Kansas, November 15th, your main event will be T2G for his first ever Heartland Championship title opportunity versus the illustrious Rey Leon.
man,
I like that match.
you speak and you shall receive.
I like that match.
Man, wild.
Salina, Kansas, be ready. That match could take the whole year.
Whoa.
We'll
That's
see.
big word. That's big words after what we have to talk about now.
True.
And before we actually bring it up, I've heard several different quotes, but the ones that stand out to me are this: best match ever seen. Best match ever seen. That's independent. That's WWE. That's WWF. Another one that stands out: send it to the big companies because that's what's going to get you in the door. Is this match right here? So, what do you have to say about that?
Listen, these two individuals went and gave every ounce of their being to this business, to HCW, and for the Independence Championship. There was not a crowd member out there that didn't feel every bit of this match. And as much as I love Chance Kerrigan, and as much as he's put this company on his shoulders and has defended it through multiple people, it is my honor to say, and new Independence champion, Sugar Kane Carter.
My only question about this, other than, I mean, awesome match. I don't recall saying he won by tap out. I mean,
It was a pinfall.
Yeah, I know it was pinfall, but I was told that I said by tap out, and I don't remember saying that. Other people said they didn't hear it, but
They
Bald
both
Man
had
Aaron
those
Helms
cross
did.
faces in too.
Yeah, and that's maybe why if I did say it, I was like, damn, they wanted to tap out, but they did not.
Yeah, that match was probably one of the best matches in HCW history to date.
Now, my question is, how did you feel about when you went into that ring to put that belt across King Carter's? What is going through your mind in the moment? Not now, because we heard you say exactly what you said about King Carter, but what in the moment were you thinking?
You know, if you've watched a lot of times, I'll go out and congratulate the new champion and put
Especially
the
if
belt
it was
around
their first
him.
time.
Correct. And I thought that Kane deserved that same respect level. And that's what I did. I went out to congratulate him and to put that title on him, and he just kind of, brushed me off and walked away. And that's who Kane Carter is, and I can understand that, and I can respect that. But understand, sir, at the end of the day, I'm still your boss, and you are the Independence champion, and I hope you hold that title for a long time. But if you don't think that if you're gonna cross me, that I'm not gonna send every 40-06 bullet I can towards you, keep playing with the boss, bro. There's a lot of people that want that belt. Lots of people.
Like I said, like the quotes that stood out most, but then at the end of the match, you had Kevin Kelly himself saying, Money spells Kane Carter.
Kane Carter. And so it's a testament to both of them, man. Like, both of them went out and they put HCW on their shoulders. I think that I could put that as a highlight reel and probably pull multiple extra fans because of that one match. It was that good.
What do you think?
I really mess with Kane. Kane's incredible. He's gonna have to.
Match, correct?
Was that?
Did you ref this match?
That was the main event, so it'd have been Jeremy.
Oh. Yeah, that last one I got was Blade and Stormy, but I'm just excited to see if Kane can be the big dog in the yard that Chance was. And do we know who his next opponent is? Because that's gonna
be
for
Kane?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not been one like put out there, but there's a lot of people that come in mind. Who will be that first person to step up to King Carter? Maybe a T2G. Maybe a Kit Reaver.
A lot of fresh.
Maybe a Paradox.
I think a good time to actually make that announcement is see who wins the Rumble that's taking place at the Red Kettle Rumble with the Heartland Title. Like, who do we see winning that? Maybe turning it in for a chance at that title.
Listen, I'm a firm believer that Kit Reaver has a magnet in his ass, and the other part of that magnet stuck to the Heartland Title because that man keeps coming up with that belt every time he turns around. So
that's facts.
My money is on Kit Reaver for that show, even if he is the Heartland champion. Who says he can't hold both?
Well, it's been done before in other industries, I'm sure.
That's facts.
But awesome show. Like you said, it was one of the biggest shows of the year before Legacy, obviously. Last year, we saw it at Nowhere to Run, which is taking place next month.
Nowhere to Run is still going to be a big show. But I think October is that expect it to be that big show every year besides Legacy.
But we also heard, I don't want to take away from this, we also heard from Cam Lakota. What was all that about? Like, what was that? What was the rundown of that real quick?
Cam come out and he just talked about the fact that, it seems like everybody's forgot about the Coda brand, but the Coda brand is here to stay. They have a stake at the tag team champions, and they don't care that the Seventh Seal is the champions. They want the belts, and they don't care who it is to go through them.
All right. Well, before we get into anything else, we have, like you said, the November show, which is taking place November 22nd.
Correct.
But before that, we have the Salina show taking place November 15th. And we've named, was it one match or two matches? You named the main event.
So you've got the main event, which will be T2G versus Rey Leon.
Oh, Kit Reaver.
And then you've got Kit Reaver versus Blade in a no-holds-barred Chicago street fight.
And why don't we promote the Bears in real quick?
So Bears Den Training Facility, same place the man Josee here got trained at.
That's what's up.
If you're interested in professional wrestling, refereeing, anything like that, contact me at 620-802-5209 or shoot me a message on Facebook. That's the easiest ways to get a hold of me. Don't call me, text me. If I can get a phone call, I don't know if I'll have time to answer it. If you text me, it's usually easier for me to get back a hold of you.
But no, again, like I said, Wake the Dead was unforgettable. I mean, you had, like you said, you had the quotes from, you had Tagum and Bagum quote that, but several wrestlers in the back had words to say about that final match too. So
yeah, 100%.
Not just Tagum and Bagum had words to say, but they did say that was the best match they've ever seen. I mean, I'm not going to say anything because I don't think I have any weight in this industry. So
it was a very, very good match. I've done a lot of promoting, and that would
the
rank
chain
up
wrestling
there.
was off the chain.
That would rank up there, and
no pun intended.
So
those
very,
guys
very
hit
cool.
each other hard. We could hear those chops in the back.
You seen the picture that Mason Coley Creative got of Kane Carter chopping Chance Kerrigan,
Yes.
where his whole hand
Goodness.
is in, and then they did a side by side
Of
where Kane
Camaro.
fought Camaro Jackson. It was almost. Does Kane Carter have the hardest chops in HCW?
That was on the debate on Tagum and Bagum's episode. Was it Paradox or is it Kane? Like, that was the question.
I think Paradox in that Rumble. I think he chopped the soul out of a couple people.
When you make the face that Camaro Jackson did in that chop, like that man, I mean, for how thick that dude's body has thickness that you can't even
What if
measure.
we did this?
Oh shit.
What if we did November 22nd? What if we did the new Independence champion versus the former Heartland champion? And we do a battle of chops between the new champion in Sugarcane Carter versus ex-HCW champion, the Golden Boy Paradox. Josee, what are you thinking about that match, kid?
I like.
You think we should make that?
That's the next person I was thinking of with the hard strikes. I like the sound of that.
Oh shit.
All right, let's make that official. November 22nd, Sugarcane Carter defend his Independence Championship against former HCW Heartland champion, the Golden Boy Paradox. I like it.
In just a one-on-one match, huh?
One-on-one.
Oh shit.
Mano y mano. Can Paradox get his second title in HCW? Or will the new champion get his first defense? Check it out live November 22nd.
You heard it here first. Making matches and breaking hearts. Couldn't imagine. But no, like we said before, make sure you're following the Chubby Buddy Studio on all social media platforms, including Facebook and Instagram, for that chance at a giveaway brought to you by Mason Coley Creative. And also follow HCW Live 23 on all social media platforms. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube.
That's it. So,
Josee, why don't you give us your socials?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I was
Bobby.
making sure before you did it. I was like,
I know, because I cut them off last time.
yeah, I was like, oh,
Nice.
Good job, Bobby. Good job.
I'm partially on my game.
No, he's not. Don't lie.
I'm really just on Facebook at the moment. Like, I've got an Insta, I don't really be using it. So once I'm more on top of it, I'm gonna, this is my third, I think, shout out to the comments. I'm gonna spam the comments of this show, and I'm gonna say, hey, come follow me here.
Yeah. So, Josee, we talked about this earlier. You're not a lot on social media. You need to fix that.
Yes, sir.
And he'll work on doing that, but follow him on there. And other than that, you beautiful haired,
Cruel
Wrestler.
Ninja.
Westla.
cruel ninja, you have officially been chopped with Bumpin' Chops. Thank you, sir.
Spider-Man.
Would do it again.
The warriors in the ring with nowhere to go. Blood, sweat, and tears. It's a battle of the will.